Incredible flavours, even better stories. One pour, 10 minutes. Aussie bourbon lovers sharing bourbon with Australia.
Oh.
Was that good?
I don't know, but I might have popped it before the countdown went.
Oh, so you reckon it might be there?
It might be.
Like maybe the echo of the noise afterwards.
Oh, we might have got it.
What are we having?
Back later.
H? No, wait, I should be saying.
No, I popped it. You tell us.
Well, this is from Log Still Distillery. This is Monks Road. It's a wheated bourbon, or it's their wheated bourbon, rather.
Wheated means mostly that wheat replaces the rye, right?
Definitely right. The flat's the flavour grain, unless it's a 4 grain. Or, could be anything else, I suppose, as long as 51% corn.
It's a 94 proof, this one.
And if you look on the back of the bottle, it's got a little squiggle on it. From
signature. Nearly smudged it, but...
KBF 2023.
KBF 2023.
Amazing.
Monks Road.
Cheers. So, here's why we're having this one tonight.
Why are we having this one tonight, Dave?
We're nearly running out of the juice, and I wanted to drink it the other night. I was like, we better do a podcast about that. So
yeah,
better
and it's getting very, very low. Well, it is, what did you say, 2023? We've been drinking it for the last 2 years.
Well, I think this is one of these ones that I got back and I haven't.
We didn't open it for quite some time.
Exactly. So
I was just looking at the calligraphy on the front of the bottle there. It's like the old school.
Yeah, writing.
I don't know if you know this about me, Dave, but when I was in primary school, I used to do calligraphy competitions. At the local country show. I used to win awards for my calligraphy competitions, and I used to be able to write like that.
Amazing.
I know.
There you go. I didn't know that. But you didn't know this either, though. I used to do calligraphy too. In fact, I reckon one of my first book club books was a calligraphy, how to do calligraphy book.
My goodness. So bourbon's not the only thing we have in common.
And we only just discovered it right now.
Drinking Monks Road with their very beautifully calligraphy. What do you even know what the word that is?
I reckon on a previous Wheated Bourbon episode, you've said that you get old bookstore. I reckon I'm getting a little bit of old bookstore here. I think we called it caramel coated old bookstore, and I reckon there's a little bit of caramel coated old bookstore on the nose of this. Yeah, for me at least.
Yeah, I get a little bit of when it's a wheated bourbon, I often get a bit of the harvest. Opening the tractor door when you've been harvesting the wheat.
Harvesting.
Good
one. Sorry, that was low of me to pick up on that. Okay, let me. What is the best distillery tour that you've ever been on? If you think about it, what's the best one?
Oh, I don't know. Like, Maker's Mark probably is up there with my favourite of all time.
That's definitely up there as well. It's a bit hard to tell, isn't it?
Well, there's so many. The thing that fascinates me is they're all doing a very similar thing, making great bourbon. But every single tour is so different. It's so different in the aspects they show you, so different in the way they present it. Yeah, I just there's not really any tour that I've gone on and gone, oh, here we go again, same old, we're doing this. Obviously, you cover a lot of the same content in that they're making the same stuff. This
is one of my points here. Yeah, go on. Yep.
Everyone seems to have an incredible point of difference and a really unique way of presenting the bourbon they make.
Yes.
And sharing it in their experiences, which is,
I think this is absolutely true. But wait, can you ask me the same question?
What's one of your favourite, Dave?
It took you a long time to get around to it, didn't it? But, so I reckon the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
That it's very hard to differentiate them because you get told the same thing over and over.
Yeah. But it's that thing of the actual place gives you, I think that's why probably Maker's Mark is one of my favourites, is that you connect with the place and the stories and it's the memory rather than just the experience.
But the rest of my answer is...
Monks Road's up there with one of your favourites?
Well, the distillery is called Log Still Distillery.
Yeah.
And Monks Road is indeed one of my favourites. And do you know why?
No,
I think I've told you this story before, but maybe not on the podcast.
You've told me you really wanted to take me there because when we went back to KBF in 2024, you were like, we've got to go to Monks Road, and we couldn't fit it in. So I knew then that it was definitely one of your favourites because you had been on a trip without me.
What? Surely not.
One of those work trips.
Oh, no, couldn't be true.
To Monks Road, and I knew it must be a favourite because you definitely, we tried to go back there, but it just didn't work in with our trip.
Okay, so do you want to know the story here?
Tell me the story, Dave. What is it about Monks Road that you like?
I reckon it was a weekday morning.
Yeah.
In between work appointments, obviously, on this work trip. And I rolled in. It must have been a morning one because it was just me and one other couple with their teenage daughter, say. And they're like, yep, you're here for let's call it an 11:30 to 11 o'clock tour or something. Meet out at the flag, you're a bit early, meet out at the flagpole at this time. Oh, I had a bit of time.
Yeah.
So, you can walk around, have a look at the gift shop, and there's an upstairs bit. So having a little walk around. Came across a cool sign that I really liked, and then took a photo, wandered around. It's a really cool fit out. It's got a live music venue called the Amp as well.
Yeah.
And so it's quite an amazing, and it's quite new. It's really very new. But I go to the flagpole, and there's just a few of us. I was expecting there to be more. And he starts talking to us like we're old friends or something.
Yeah.
I'd never met these other people. I'd never met him. And he just starts talking to us like we're old friends and starts telling us these very interesting stories. And the tour happens in this way where, can you imagine if you rock up? That story's not going to work well. But basically, he was telling stories about the place and about his childhood and about his experience at Bourbon. And he grew up in the area, and his family knew the Dant family who run Log Still and all this stuff. And it was just an incredible tour. And it turns out that he knew straight away by a couple of things that we said at the very, very beginning, which I didn't even realise had happened, that this was not our first rodeo, that we, all three of us, had done quite a lot of distillery tours. And so he immediately tailored it to, I'm going to tell you all the stories about this place that make it really cool. And so the distillery
He
tour...
didn't want to stick to the standard stuff.
He
He's like, these guys are after something else. That's
didn't spend
great.
any time on and this is how the process works. And this, you're looking at a column still... this is how this still works.
Well, all the stuff they like to cover for people who don't know what they're looking at.
He was instead talking about up the hill there used to be 6 distilleries, and around the corner, and the reason it's called Monks Road is because we're at the end of the road that up the top there used to be an old monastery, and we're in Gethsemane, and this is a really conservative, Christian part of Kentucky and all this kind of amazing stuff. And I found it to be so cool because he even spoke about the way the bourbon boom had changed. He talked about pre-prohibition and the fact that there used to be this huge concentration of distilleries in that area, and then everything got abandoned, and that you could still kind of see the wrecks of where the old distilleries were. But he said within maybe a kilometre or something where there would have been 6 or 7 distilleries pre-prohibition, and this one's the only one that's back up now.
So that's like a classic example of one of the reasons we love bourbon so much is the stories that go with it. It's not just the delicious liquid. It's also the stories, and the fact that he's able to share them as part of the tour is
so cool. Anyway, I enjoyed the tour so much that I actually
we really do have to go back.
Spotted him across the crowd at last year's KBF, and I nearly, but I'm a bit shy, nearly ran over to him and said, "You've given me the best tour I've ever had at a distillery." And maybe if I see him, because he's
see him this year,
I'll run over and go, "Hey,
we're going again.
You did an amazing job. Keep doing awesome tours." Extremely knowledgeable, great fun.
Maybe we should go this time. Make sure we have enough time.
They do some cool expressions. They do gins as well, and they do some Tennessee whiskey as well called Rattle and Snap, Log Still Distillery. The quick story, I'll give you the quick story about why it's called Log Still, is that the guy who first did it, and Dant is a very famous name in distilling.
Yeah, it is.
But the first time that the first distiller from that, I think family, let's say, I think it's family, distilled, he did it from an old log. He literally took a log and was able to distill inside this old hollowed out log.
So that's why they call it.
And so the still there, you can see
Log Still.
The guys, I think it's Vendome, have put the pattern on the outside of the copper still looks like a log.
Oh.
So it's quite kind of cool.
That is cool.
And I was there the first day they were putting a rye through it. They do rye now, but that was the first day they were.
Oh, so they'd only ever done weeded?
No, weeded in like a normal bourbon, with the rye, high rye bourbon, Yep. Anyway, so there you go. And then Lynn Dan obviously signed this bottle for us, and we're big fans.
Can you get Monks Road anywhere in Australia?
I don't think you can get in Australia yet, but
so keep an eye out for it in your travels.
They're making great stuff, and I think their distribution's getting further and further. So I think keep an eye out for it for sure. And if you're in Kentucky, it's a tour you should definitely do, particularly if you can get tickets to one of their live gigs, because the Amp is an amazing live music venue.
We really have to go there.
They've got a train track that runs down the bottom of that live music venue. I think they do trains.
It's the second time I've been back and I haven't been, so I'm going to have to go.
All right, we'll go.
You're going to have to take me because I want to go check out Logstill Distillery.
That is dusty old bookshop covered in caramel again. It's so it's yum, but it's got that dustiness, that kind of like barrel character that's lovely. Kind of brings that maturity, kind of age to it. I love it.
The Harry Potter library. I'm reading Harry Potter to the kids.
Yeah, it's a Harry Potter book. Bourbon in Harry Potter library. We should drink bourbon and read Harry Potter more.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Thanks for listening. Make sure you're connected with us on TikTok, Instagram and YouTube, and stay connected with us by clicking subscribe on your favourite podcast app.